How did an unknown rugby player from Australia with zero football experience become the best left tackle in the NFL? His incredible journey to the NFL is unparalleled. Originally, his dream was to become a professional rugby player. However, when that dream fell through, it forced him to create a path that no one had ever seen before. So he gambled everything on a one-way ticket to America and blazed a trail to the NFL like no other. What follows is one of the greatest international experiments in sports history.
Jordan speaking.
Jordan, picking you right now. You're an Eagle, bro.
This is the story of Jordan Mailata, the unknown rugby player from Australia who never played a snap of organized football, but is now dominating in the NFL. One of the most unique journeys to the NFL began on March 31st, 1997, in Bankstown, Australia, where Lafonga Jordan Mailata was born. He was the second youngest of 5 children. His parents, Tupai and Maria, were Samoan immigrants with farming backgrounds who made their way to Bankstown with the dream of giving their children a better life. Lafonga's middle name was given to him by his older sister, Sese, who was inspired by her favorite basketball player, which would eventually become the name we would all affectionately know him as. In his youth, Jordan loved all games, playing anything and everything, but his first love was rugby. He was obsessed with it. If he wasn't playing, he was watching it on TV, rooting for his favorite teams while dreaming about one day playing alongside them in the professional league. The first step toward achieving his dream came at 11 years old, when Jordan's father enrolled him in club rugby.
I was the first of my siblings to ask my dad to play club rugby. My dad looked at me and he was like, "Don't mess this up." I was like, okay, this is a tremendous amount of pressure for an 11-year-old,
By the time he was a teenager, Jordan's physical presence was undeniable. Standing 6'5" and weighing in at over 300 pounds, Jordan was impossible to ignore. He towered over others his age. Beyond his giant frame, Jordan's athleticism is what surprised people most. His quickness, agility, and explosiveness were arguably his most impressive traits, and were on full display during his time with a local junior rugby team known as the Bankstown Bulls. Jordan played prop forward for the Bulls, a position that took full advantage of what made Jordan special. With his immense size and great explosion, the position was perfect for Jordan. After several years of impressive play, Jordan caught the eye of scouts for the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs of the National Rugby League and was invited to play for the Bulldogs' under-18 developmental team at 17 years old. This was a pivotal moment for Jordan on his journey to becoming a professional rugby player. Perform well for the developmental team, and professional rugby would be within reach. Jordan's excitement at his first preseason training camp was palpable, but that excitement quickly dissipated as tragedy struck. During one of his first practices, Jordan unexpectedly collapsed and was rushed to the hospital. The diagnosis was Wolff-Parkinson-White syndrome, an uncommon congenital heart condition affecting roughly 1 in every 1,000 people. The syndrome is characterized by an extra electrical pathway in the heart, which can periodically cause episodes of rapid heart rate. The rapid heart rate, in turn, causes dizziness, shortness of breath, and fainting, making prolonged physical exertion much more difficult. This was a harsh reality for Jordan and his chances of playing professional rugby, a sport that requires a tremendous amount of endurance. In other words, playing rugby in his current state was very risky and potentially life-threatening. To fix the issue, Jordan needed a pair of surgeries to address the extra electrical pathways in his heart. The surgeries were successful, but the recovery left a long road back to rugby. It took Mailata over a year to recover from the surgeries, and during that time, the buzz surrounding Jordan as an NRL prospect was dwindling. Jordan, however, would not let the setback derail his dream so easily. He remained resilient, and he returned to junior rugby to prove he still had what it takes to make it as a professional. In his second junior stint, Jordan grabbed the attention of another NRL team, the South Sydney Rabbitohs. Jordan had another shot at professional rugby, but teams remained cautious due to his current size and condition. The Rabbitohs offered Jordan a contract, but the deal was only reserve level.
So when I was 20, I played in the under-20s for the South Sydney Rabbitohs. And I came off the bench. I played about maybe 11 games, so I wasn't a starter. And, I had to pay my way to fund rugby as well, because I wasn't getting paid much in rugby. I was getting $200 for a win and $100 for a loss. But I had to play that game. So I did odd jobs, construction, like scaffold building, stage building. Like I did whatever I could to help pay bills and so survive.
The low offer wasn't due to Jordan's athletic traits, but rather concerns over his fitness. The health concerns effectively brought Jordan back to the drawing board. He stood at 6'8", was nearly 345 pounds, and remained freakishly athletic. His explosion and ability to create space were as strong as ever, but his ability to keep up with rugby's continual pace of play was limited due to his condition. His dream of playing rugby was over. With rugby off the table, Jordan's agency decided to think outside the box and go in a way different direction. The NFL's International Player Pathway Program.
Agents had mentioned something about the NFL, about this program that they knew about called the NFL International Player Pathway Program.
Founded in 2017, the NFL program offered international athletes an opportunity to try out in front of NFL scouts for the chance to train at Florida's IMG Academy. In turn, it provided an opportunity for NFL teams to scout these unique global athletes and possibly sign them to their practice squads. In the case of Jordan, developmental coach Adam Durday remembers the moment he saw Mailata's rugby highlights for the first time.
We were sitting in a parking lot waiting to work someone else out, and I got a text just of a video clip of a guy playing rugby.
So towards the end of my career last year of rugby, I made a highlights video clip and just gathered some of my old footage and sent it out to some people, and my agent knew some guys at the NFL, so.
Jordan's size and explosion were irrefutable. His frame was near the top percentile for linemen. He was a monster by NFL standards. His ability to create space for his teammates on the rugby pitch was not only eye-catching, but translatable. He had the build and ability to excel as an NFL player. He just lacked experience. For Durday, the tape was impressive, but he needed to see Jordan's ability in person. So Durday invited Jordan to work out in LA, a tremendous opportunity. But for the Mailata family, there was still hesitancy. Jordan's sister Cece expressed her concern.
We don't have family where he was going. He'd never held an American football.
With the distance from home, the lack of a support network around him, and Jordan's limited knowledge of the game made a compelling case against the decision to try out.
I never watched the sport. I would watch the Super Bowls, but half the time I watched them was because of the halftime performances.
Yet Jordan's resilience and belief in himself led him to make what would be a life-altering decision. Jordan left for Los Angeles and immediately affirmed everything Durday saw on tape. He was clearly gifted, but also very raw. He had little knowledge of American football, but he impressed those in attendance and earned a spot at the IPPP. Jordan's next stop was Bradenton, Florida, home of the IMG Academy.
We're about to leave Sydney, Australia, and go to Tampa Bay, Florida. So see you guys soon.
At IMG, Jordan's rawness was a liability. His lack of technique and knowledge of the game was evident. Scouts viewed Jordan as too much of a developmental prospect. Jordan had risked so much to get to this point, but appeared likely to fall short of his hope of becoming an NFL player. If not for Eagles general manager, Howie Roseman.
We had sent a scout, and he said that he saw an IPP player, and he thought we should do more work on him. Thought he was a great athlete, had good character, was a rugby player. And so I immediately called Coach Stoutland.
Jeff Stoutland was the Eagles' offensive line coach and was as seasoned and respected as coaches in the NFL come. He still remembers Howie's phone call asking him to work out an intriguing prospect at the IMG Academy in Florida, to which Coach Stoutland reluctantly obliged.
When they called me up and asked me, it was vacation week and I was going on a golf trip and with my buddies from high school, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I gotta cancel my trip to go. He said, no, this isn't important. So I went and worked him out, and I was like, wow. I couldn't believe, I was like, just a big person like that could move and change direction.
Stoutland was known for working his players hard. And when he arrived at the IMG facility, he pushed Jordan to his limits, testing his physical prowess as well as his knowledge of the game.
When I met him at the car, I was like, oh, this guy's such a sweet, lovely old man. Went to the classroom, flipped the switch, and it was game on. He was quizzing me I was like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. What? Brother, I don't even know what you mean by the safety, rotating all that. I'm like, what the hell?
Jordan was clearly raw, but his size, power, and explosiveness were just too great to ignore.
It is so hard to play in the National Football League. I mean, you see it every week, the skill set that's playing. These are unique athletes. These are explosive individuals, unusual size, length. And he had these traits, but understood also that really this guy had never put on a football helmet. This guy had never been in practice. So what was the transition going to be like was kind of in your head.
Jordan was going to be a project, but a project that Stoutland told the Eagles organization he was willing to take on.
I felt like the sky's the limit. I really did. I felt like that was my report when I came back.
Next for Mailata was pre-draft workouts. Jordan participated at the NFL Combine, an event where prospects showcased their skills to all NFL teams prior to the draft. At the Combine, Mailata left a strong impression. His stats weren't elite, but were still very impressive for a man his size. He also had a translatable skill set built during his time playing rugby.
We did the 40, like a normal combine. I think for bench press, I had 20, and I was like, that's pretty good. They're like, not for your position. I was like, what position? Yeah. We're thinking of, letting you play left tackle. I said, what's that?
Did you think you were running back?
So I thought I was going to play running back till they said left tackle. And I was like, okay, that sounds like something else.
Oh my God.
I was like, okay.
But Jordan still had one issue that scared most teams away. He had never played a single down of American football in his life. Regardless, Jordan continued to train relentlessly. He worked to improve his speed, refine his technique, and maintain faith that an NFL team would hopefully take a chance on him. Fast forward to draft night. Round after round, every NFL team picked players that they believed would make their roster better. And round after round, they all passed on Jordan Mailata. Midway through the 7th and final round, Jordan still had not heard his name.
At that time, IPP players weren't really being drafted, and I remember sitting there in the 7th round alone in the draft room and just saying, I feel like in my gut, I gotta go try to get this guy. I'd rather see what he does with us and be able to live with that, because I really regret seeing him go somewhere else and have success.
Was Mailata a risk? Yes. Was he raw? Definitely. But Roseman was confident that Stoutland could transform Jordan's undeniable abilities into an impactful NFL tackle. And then, with the 233rd pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, Howie Roseman, the man who had asked Stoutland to travel to Bradenton earlier that year, selected Jordan Mailata.
Hello, Jordan speaking.
Jordan.
Howie, how's it going?
Doing great, man. We just traded up to get you in the 7th round. We're picking you right now. You're an Eagle, bro.
All right, we look back off at you.
Wait. Thanks, Howie.
With the 233rd pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Jordan Mailata, tackle, Sydney, Australia.
Whoa.
In that moment, Jordan became only the second player in NFL history to be drafted without ever having played high school or college football. For Jordan, the risk to travel across the planet to play a foreign game in a foreign nation had paid off. He was officially an NFL player. When the grind of NFL offseason activities began, Jordan quickly learned that Stoutland's hard coaching in Bradenton wasn't a one-off. Upon arrival in Philadelphia, Jordan was immediately enrolled in Stoutland University.
It does get frustrating a lot, especially with Coach Stout. So it gets frustrating, but I know he doesn't mean anything. He loves me, and I know that everything that he says is just because he wants me to become a better player.
Every day, Coach worked tirelessly with him. Recognizing that Jordan was an attacker in rugby, Stoutland tapped into those strengths. He took Jordan's explosiveness and ability to create space and began molding him into an NFL tackle. They worked on hand speed, technique, and endlessly reviewed protections and plays together in team meeting rooms.
So he's teaching me the progressions of two-jet protection on the grease board.
Yeah.
And after it, he goes, all right, make sure you take a photo with your mind.
Yeah.
And then he rubbed out the board, and then that was the end of the meeting. I ran back up into that classroom. Thank God the grease board marks were still there because I just traced out everything.
No way.
Took a picture, rubbed that shit out, went home and studied it. The next day, he told me, hey, teach me two-jet protection. I said,
Easy.
And when the season began, Jordan defied the odds once again by making the Eagles' 53-man roster.
This kid's got heavy hands, great balance, naturally powerful. He's making the 53, and he might be your left tackle of the future.
He did it. He made the team, but was still far away from playing an actual game. During his rookie season, Jordan continued to study and hone his craft. With each passing week, Mailata inched closer to seeing the field. Unfortunately, a stress fracture in his back ended his rookie season, halting all the progress he had made. The injuries and bad luck would continue into year 2, where Jordan would miss his sophomore campaign, spending the entire year on IR. Doubts about Jordan quickly started to surface. Was he too injury prone? Was football too physical for him? Could he handle this game?
Took a mental toll on me, so I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna take a long break, so I can get myself together.
Entering year 3 of a 4-year contract, Jordan Mailata still hadn't played one down of regular season NFL football. The question began to emerge. Did the Eagles make a mistake drafting him? With questions swirling, Jordan entered the 2020 training camp fully healthy for the first time in nearly 2 years. While Jordan's time missed prevented him from gaining physical reps on the practice field, Mailata continued his mental prep and film study with Coach Stoutland, accumulating crucial mental reps that would prove pivotal in year 3. In week 1 of the 2020 season against the Washington football team, opportunity presented itself when starting tackle Jack Driscoll went down with an injury midway through the 3rd quarter. In response, the coach looked over his shoulder and pointed to Jordan.
He starts jogging off to the sideline. I'm like, well, who's up next? And everybody's looking at me. I'm like, oh, it's me.
Well, then now Jordan Mailata, the 7th round draft pick of 2018, the rugby player, never played a down of football. Well, guess what? He's in there at right tackle right now.
His 5-year journey from Bankstown to the NFL was complete. From that point forward, and for the remainder of the 2020 season, Jordan went from an unknown Australian with an outside shot to one of the better tackles in the entire NFL.
I was wondering what would break first, your spirit or your body?
Jordan led Philadelphia in fewest sacks allowed by an offensive lineman and in pass pro snaps. His hard work, his persistence, and his relentless effort had paid off. He had proved all the doubters wrong. But most importantly, he proved to Coach Stoutland and GM Howie Roseman that they were right in believing in him. After the season had concluded, Jordan was named the starting left tackle. He was rewarded for his hard work and dedication with a 4-year, $64 million contract.
I finally made it, Mom. I finally made it.
Over the course of the next 4 seasons, Jordan continued his relentless approach to improvement, and his effort continued to show up on the field.
Boss, I'll get him, don't worry. Yeah.
Since 2020, Mailata has been a fantastic player, anchoring the left side of one of the NFL's best offensive lines. Jordan's size, strength, and explosion have helped pave the way for a dominant Eagles run game. The technique and knowledge Jordan gained from his training sessions with Coach Stoutland turned Mailata into a fantastic pass protector. By 2022, Mailata had cemented himself as one of the premier left tackles in all of football. He helped the 2022 Eagles to a 14-3 record an NFC East Division Championship as they clinched the #1 seed for the first time since 2017. Jordan and the Eagles continued playing at an elite level in the playoffs. They rolled through the NFC and defeated the San Francisco 49ers in the NFC Championship, punching their ticket to the Super Bowl. In Super Bowl 57, the Eagles matched up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Jordan and the Eagles played incredibly, but fell short of their goal, losing to the Chiefs 38-35. In 2022, Jordan had proved he was crucial to the Philadelphia Eagles core that reached the Super Bowl, and in the offseason, earned a 3-year, $66 million contract extension. Heading into 2024, Jordan reaffirmed himself as one of the best offensive tackles in football. Jordan was named team captain and had his best season yet, helping lead the best offensive line in football.
Control what you can control. Details. Come on. Hey. I believe in you. I've always believed. Hey, detail, execution. All right? Come on, Beast. I need it from you. Come on.
The 2024 Eagles offensive line was not only dominant, but also historic. With strong play from Mailata and the rest of the offensive line, Saquon Barkley became only the 9th player to rush for over 2,000 yards in NFL history. The Eagles reclaimed the NFC East with a 14-3 record, and once again looked poised for another deep playoff run. The Eagles proved they were the class of the NFC for the second time in 3 seasons. In the playoffs, they defeated Green Bay, the Rams, and division rival Washington. The Eagles made the Super Bowl for the second time in 3 seasons and were set for a rematch against Kansas City. In the big game, Philadelphia rolled the Chiefs. They built a 24-0 lead by halftime and never looked back. As the clock hit 0, confetti fell. The Eagles hoisted their second Lombardi trophy in team history, and Jordan's story had come full circle. Jordan Mailata, the Bankstown kid who grew up across the globe with a dream of playing rugby, had achieved a goal few believed was possible. He defied the odds by becoming only the 2nd player to ever get drafted with no prior football experience. And after dedicating years of his life understanding and training for a game that he had never played before, the unknown Goliath from Australia not only became one of the most dominant NFL players in the league, but also a Super Bowl champion.